We have an unsolved mystery on our hands that has been concealed in plain sight for years. A mystery that perhaps should remain a mystery. In the previous video I mentioned, there is something special about this version of Eternal that has a secret message that most people have missed, but that is for a future episode of Decoding the Double Glock. And so here we are. And about 2 months ago, we received a mysterious email notifying us that there was still a mystery undiscovered on the version of the Eternal CD that had the Crossroads DJ Unique remix. Part of the message read, the release CDs had 4 skulls faced in an east-west, north-south setting. Nothing unusual, right? Looks like a mirror. Here's where it gets weird. 4th month, a new wave of discs hit the shelf when Crossroad became Crossroads. But now, the mirror disc and the 4 skulls are super detailed, each bearing its own set of rune symbols. For eyes, all for unique. Now, if you get a magnifier and you look at the hole where the CD is mounted for play, there is a satanic rune alphabet inscribed around the clear part that's almost invisible. Now, get the old disc and place it over the new disc, and I'll let you figure out what it does or does not say. And in order to see it, you would need to put together the first 2 releases, the CDs of the discs together, like something out of the movie National Treasure, Tomb Raider, or the Uncharted. The message also warned us to be careful about what we might discover, for it may be a curse. The location of the hidden message is around the circle near the hole of the CD. And if you were wondering, that's why I ordered all of those versions of the Eternal CD in the previous video. Sure enough, there was a message somehow printed on the plastic around the center that I haven't seen, that passed me by all these years. I've never seen anything like this, and I didn't even know it was possible to print on that part of the plastic. You almost wonder how they pulled this off. The message is too small to make out with the naked eye, and hard to detect with technology due to its transparent nature. The message is hidden to a flatbed scanner. I had tried scanning, hoping I could zoom in, and nothing shows up. I tried using a USB microscope, and I couldn't make out what it said. With my iPad camera, I was able to get glimpses holding it in various light. I could only make out fragments, as the CDs I obtained are worn, as if I found ancient buried artifacts. I suspect the inability to make out what the characters read or say is the universe protecting me from the curse, and thus I am not pursuing this mystery any further. This message was passed on to us, and now we are passing it on to you, but treat it with caution, as if you received the monkey's paw. Every person in synchronistic encounter I've had over the last few months has warned me to not pursue this, and I will heed this wisdom. And while it is true that I acquired the discs with the intention of discovering what this message says, my eyes could not read the message, and my mouth never spoke it aloud, as I have no idea what any of it means anyway. You all are the most dedicated of all Bone fans and fanatical for all mysteries of E.1999 Eternal. And while it is irresponsible to pass this information on to the audience, just as it was irresponsible for me to acquire the CDs, you all deserve to know of its existence due to your dedication to remaining a fan of Bone for a quarter century. What you do with this information is up to you. Also, has anyone figured out what all of the symbols on this version of the CD that are visible mean? Because here's the original Eternal CD that had the original Crossroad, the first release, and here is the follow-up release that had the DJ Unique The Crossroads disc. And look at all of the new symbols that weren't on the original. And this also is the one that contains the secret message around the center. But what are these symbols? Runes? Indian? Hindu? Is this Morse code, or is it binary? A buddy of mine tried decoding it as Morse code and made out the letters BT and H with some other characters. It was part of one of the decodings. When I took those ones and zeros and plugged them into a binary calculator, it gave me the number 144,000. So has anyone solved any of this? If so, reveal in the comments if you deem the audience worthy. If you are new to all this and never saw our original decoding video of the map of the Ouija curse from the Eternal CD, I'll link it below. Are there any other mysteries of E.1999 that all of us have missed and have eluded us all of these years? For instance, what in the flying flyhina is this creature here? Anybody know? Has anybody wondered for 25 years, what is that thing? All right, and this, I thought by now someone would have figured out what those dot symbols are. Is it Morse code? What is it? All right, here it is a little bit more clear. And if we rotate it, we can see that it spells ruthless backwards. It has an infinity symbol on the middle finger. The index finger is longer than the other ones. And then there's like a circle at the bottom of like where the wrist would be. And then there's those two circles with two circles on it, almost like the helium atom, as it would be. Those are. It looks like Morse code. And then if we zoom out, we see these three words: invoke, eliminate, and suppress. What does it mean? What does it mean? And we see the same words on the underneath CD tray. And just in case, I always meet people that, even Bone fans, that didn't know. There it is, just in case. And those same symbols are on the under the tray thing. All right, I think I'll leave it at that. On behalf of Matthew Weaver and Cecil West,